Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing absolutely wonderful, and I'm finally doing my Whole30 wrap-up video, or I guess it's just gonna be like my entire Whole30 experience. I wanna cover like a wide array of topics about Whole30, about I guess kind of why I wanted to do it in the first place, what I felt like and what I experienced during Whole30, and then also what I've been doing after, because I actually finished Whole30 about a week and a half ago maybe, or a little bit more than that. So I have finished it, and I have plans on continuing a pretty similar Whole30 lifestyle and just following kind of more of the like paleo quote unquote diet that is grain-free, dairy-free, and refined sugar-free, with the exception of a few things. Obviously no one's perfect, and I think it's kind of impossible to like live a complete like strict life like that, but I want to just go over everything and let you guys know that you can do it if you are looking to do it, or if you had thought about doing it, it's doable. I think, and I said this in a few videos, so I will link a couple of videos I've done on Whole30 already. Some are vlogs, but then I did one about like my halfway through Whole30 and did a Trader Joe's haul there as well. So I'll link some reference videos down below of ones that I've already done. But I will say, and I said this in that video, that everyone has their vice and everyone has their own personal reason for starting Whole30 or for starting a healthier lifestyle in general. And I think that is also a very personal thing. There are people that say, I want to start eating healthy, and then they make little changes, and that is still amazing. You don't have to do Whole30 or do something super drastic in order to be a healthier person or live a healthier lifestyle. We're really lucky because we have a huge array and variety of healthy foods, even stuff that could be quote unquote processed, but we're able to get it at Whole Foods or the health food store, stuff like that, where someone in other countries might not be able to. However, they have the advantage because their government doesn't allow for, I believe, GMOs and added sugar and stuff like that. So, that's why a lot of people say, oh, well, people in France are skinny, or people in Italy are skinny and they eat pasta and bread and all of that. But it's because their pastas and bread are not processed like the ones we have here in the United States, with all of this additives and just disgusting sugars and everything that they put into the stuff here. So as you can see, I have become pretty passionate about health, and I even was texting with my friend yesterday and I was like, I'm like a hippie now. I take apple cider vinegar shots. Like, kombucha is my drink of choice. So there's a lot of things like that that I think that you learn during Whole30 that you will really like applying in your everyday life. And the best part, and everyone I think is so concerned about, like, oh my gosh, how much weight did you lose? You look like you lost weight, because everyone is freaking fixated on weight, including myself. I think we all are. I think that's why you kind of need to approach Whole30 not as a diet, and not as like, oh, I'm just gonna lose a bunch of weight and then go back to what I was doing. And that's not the way to approach it. I would approach Whole30 and decide to do it when you are 100% dedicated to changing your lifestyle. And I know that sounds so like no one ever wants to do that, and I'm sure, like, I personally, I was like, I'm always gonna have wine, I'm always gonna have cheese, I'm always gonna have this and this and this, but you have to have a balance. Like, it can't just be every single night wine, every single night cheese, every single night Halo Top ice cream. Yeah, it's 300 calories for the pint, it's still ice cream, it's still dairy, it's still sugar. So, that's still, I think there's a lot of marketing things out there, especially in the United States, of like low fat and you're not supposed to eat any carbs, or there's just so many things out there. And so I think that doing Whole30 is something where it gives you a plan and it gives you something to stick with, which me in the past I've always struggled with, because I've always considered myself to be a person that eats clean. I eat, you know, mainly just veggies, even before Whole30, you know, veggies. I stuck to a very low carb diet, so I pretty much didn't have any carbs except like those in fruit and veggies. I just had like veggies, like no potatoes ever. Like I would never have potatoes. If I had rice, it would be brown rice. I would have like quinoa and fish and chicken, but I also was drinking a lot of wine, like almost every night, at least a glass or 2 glasses. But when you're drinking wine, you're drinking while you're making dinner, and then you have one with dinner, and then you have one after dinner, and then that, like when you have wine, it makes you want to make worse choices. Like, so after I'm done having a healthy dinner, I'd be like, oh, well, I have Halo Top, I'm gonna have that. Or maybe I'm just gonna have a little bit more cheese. Cheese is a dessert. People in France eat cheese for dessert all the time. So you end up just like convincing yourself to eat more and to make worse choices. So that is one thing that is really described in the book of Whole30. And that really helped me because obviously, yes, red wine has benefits and all of that jazz. I know I said everyone has a vice. My vice is wine. 1000% my vice is wine. And it's something that I gave up for 30 days and I survived. I went to parties without wine. I went to family gatherings without wine. I did it. And it was something where I know a lot of people say, well, oh, I can't do 30 days without sweets, or I can't do 30 days without pasta, or I can't do 30 days without Diet Coke, or you know, Frappuccinos or creamer in my coffee. Like, you can. If I gave up wine, you can give up those things. I'm serious. And again, you have to be in the right mindset. So for me, the push was that I have my 30th birthday coming up. I turned 30 on July 13, and I just felt gross. I don't want to bash myself. I'm not a body basher or anything, but I know that when I'm lighter, I feel better. I feel better about myself. My face looks like, when my face looks thinner, my makeup looks better. You know, just your features come out when you're a little bit thinner. I kind of went into it saying, well, I want to lose weight, but I also want to get back into a healthy lifestyle. I think once you break your healthy lifestyle and you start, you know, drinking, maybe not going to the gym as much, or maybe just going like once in a blue moon, not getting in your routine. I travel all the time for work, guys. I had 2 work trips during Whole30 and I did it. So I don't want to hear any excuses, because I did it in Minneapolis, which was easier, and New York, which is really hard. New York work trips are so stressful. I always have a glass of wine at the airport, maybe one on the plane. Client dinners, sober. Guys, it's hard. It's hard. To those of you that don't drink, I probably sound like an alcoholic, but I'm serious. Go to a client dinner and it's all about wine and alcohol and all of that. So I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy, but as long as you do the dedication and like say, I'm gonna do Whole30 and prepare. If you don't prepare, you're gonna fail. If you don't have the right snacks. I didn't go to New York or Minneapolis with an empty bag. I've never been one. I'll get food at the airport. I'll get something there, a salad or sushi or something, but all of that stuff has additives. You don't know what's in that salad. You don't know what's in that sushi, what kind of preservatives. Just stuff that I never even thought about before I read the Whole30 book and just became more aware of what the heck is going into our food. So yeah, so you have to prepare. I had RX bars, I had olives, I brought fruit with me. I never have brought fruit with me on a plane, but I did it. You have to do it, and especially with Whole30, because when you're on a trip and you're doing this, it's just it's very easy to fail and to get a snack or something that is not Whole30 approved. And stuff like that just sticks with you. Like now I don't want to cheat. That's why I decided on Whole30. I also had 2 really close friends that did it. My best friend Monica and her husband did it in January, had amazing results and loved it. And my really good friend Colleen also did it recently. She's been on the vlog before, and I will link her blog down below because I believe she did a post about it, or a couple of posts about it. Both of them like are really skinny and don't need to lose any weight, but they both did it kind of like as a reset, or to like you know, break some bad habits. And that really spoke to me because I was like, I need to break this wine habit. I need to break this habit of just going out to dinner, and a lot of it is like cultural. I mean, I'm Hispanic. food is everything in Hispanic culture. And I'm sure if you guys are, you know, Italian or Greek, or any, you know, a lot of different cultures like that are so food centric. Hispanic is all about that. Mexican especially, like we all revolve our lives around our meals, and not saying that's like a horrible thing, but it's also like food isn't everything, and food should also be thought of as more like fuel and nourishment, as opposed to like something you need to be lavish and extravagant every single day. Also just something where we've always associated food with like a celebration, and it's meant to be enjoyed, and it's meant to be like all of this and just appetizers and entrees and desserts and everything. And so there's people that can do all of that a lot of times and then not be affected by it. But for me, I have a really slow metabolism, and I just can't eat that much. I can't eat that way or eat that much. And if I'm gonna have something like that, it can be once a week, once every 2 weeks, not like, you know, 4 times a week. I just can't. My body can't handle that. It will plump up like a Aunt Petunia in Harry Potter. It's getting to know your body and getting to know, you know, what has worked for you in the past. For me, clean eating works. And so that is basically what Whole30 is. It's clean eating, but it is a more strict version of it. With clean eating, you can have like quinoa, brown rice, wild rice. I'm thinking what else you can have on clean eating. You can have like more almond milk, or like they're less lenient with dairy. You can have Greek yogurt. Whole30 is no dairy. So no dairy, no grains, absolutely no grains. So no even like Ezekiel bread or anything like that you can eat while you're eating clean. So this is just gonna really take all of those out. And a big thing of Whole30 is to find out if you have an intolerance to dairy or gluten, or refined sugars or something like that. So I personally didn't really go into it like that, because I thankfully know that I'm not intolerant to either, like severely intolerant to either of those. However, I have noticed that without gluten and dairy and more of the refined sugars, I have been like so debloated. My skin, I mean, you guys can see, like you guys have commented on my Instagrams or on my vlogs that I've posted ever since doing Whole30, the change in my skin. And I mean, I feel like I sound like I'm bragging. I've never been one to have bad skin, so I also don't want to say it's a miracle, like win all be all or whatever that saying is. But my skin has always been good. But Whole30 is like a glow from within, like that it doesn't make you want to cheat, because not only do you feel leaner, do you feel like lighter, do you feel like more like you have a mental clarity, but your skin looks good, like you look good. So it makes you want to stick to this lifestyle. I really want to stress, don't go into it as a diet. Don't go into it as, oh, I just want to lose weight. So much more that goes into Whole30, and if you just need to be ready to make the change and make the step, and you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your health, better your quality of life and everything. And I can't tell you how good I feel. So the main program rules are no dairy, no grains, no added sugar, no alcohol, and no legumes. So you can't have beans or like edamame or like hummus or anything like that. And that was really hard for me, honestly. I went in being like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss cheese so much. But I ended up being like, I want hummus. I really want hummus. I want to dip my cucumber in a hummus. And that's something where, you know, legumes aren't necessarily like bad for you. They're just not the best for you when it comes to like other whole foods, if that makes sense. I've introduced hummus back into my diet. I don't have it with pita chips, and you really just have to control your portion. So I just cut up some cucumbers or peppers and have that with hummus, and that's something that I've decided to keep in my life. Same with wine, but just in smaller quantities. So basically when I say that to people, because I feel like when you're on Whole30, it's like all you want to talk about, and you have to address it. If you're at dinner with my clients, I had to address it. Dinner with anyone, I had to address it. Everyone in my life knew that I was doing it. And actually my dad is like on day 20 of his Whole30. So I'm so proud of him, so happy for him, because he's been really liking it as well. And so people are always like, what can you eat? I'm like, so you can eat meat, seafood, veggies, all veggies. Like you can have potatoes, which has always been like in my life. I loved having potatoes. And don't be scared of potatoes, because I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a potato. Like, I never eat potatoes, and it was fine. I lost weight and feel great eating potatoes. Have fruits, and you know, Whole30 just say just kind of limit your fruit intake, but that's gonna be like your sweet thing to go to. So I loved having strawberries with almond butter or apples with almond butter. Almond butter is your best friend. Get yourself a jar of almond butter before Whole30 and it will be your best friend, because you can't have peanut butter, because you can't have like soy or any of that. No soy sauce. Get you some coconut aminos. You can get this at Earth Fare or Whole Foods. You can order it on Vitacost or anything like that in case you don't have a health food store near you. Love coconut aminos, and I've literally brought this along to sushi places. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I did, because you want to enjoy yourself, you know, and if you want a little bit of sauce with your sashimi, have some coconut aminos. RX bars. Snacking is considered a no-no on Whole30, but it's impossible. Okay, it's not impossible, but I tried to limit my snacking as much as I could. However, there were times where I had to have a snack as my meal. If I was, like I just said, traveling on an airport, in a plane, driving, work, got stuck at work, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, life happens. Life is gonna throw you things, and you have to just roll with the punches. I literally carry one of these in my bag now every single day. They're the RX bars. They have 12 grams of protein. They have no added sugar. They're made with egg whites, almonds, cashews, dates, no BS. Get yourself some RX bars. I will link them down below because I got a bunch on Amazon, and they are just so good. And it kind of is a meal replacement. However, I know people who had this more as like a dessert or stuff like that if they were really having a sugar craving. So that's something that is huge about Whole30 is like, once you're doing it, depending on how bad, like how much of the shock is to your system, your body is going to want all the sugar. For me, it was kind of fine, because I don't know, mine was fine. I had like some wine cravings and like sugar cravings like up until like day 4, and then it just kind of, I was like, all right, it's fine. And you do kind of get obsessed with like eating so healthy and just feeling so great. And you know, it's kind of like, you know, you're around a lot of people. Like I had to go to my sister's birthday, obviously my sister's birthday, dinner. I wasn't not gonna go at an Indian restaurant, and there was nothing on the menu that was Whole30 approved. So you just have to take that with a grain of salt. And I was like, I don't want to take this as a cheat. I don't want to like have to restart Whole30. So I ordered like the tiniest appetizer ever and drank my sparkling water, and everyone literally thought I was insane and felt so sorry for me. And they were like, just have a drink. Like, it's fine. It's just one day. But you don't, this is the thing. When you're doing Whole30, you feel so good that you don't want to break it. You don't want to break it. So that's one thing that is great about Whole30. Now, what everyone wants to know, the weight question. So I did weigh myself before and after Whole30, and I lost 10 pounds, like almost exactly, a little tiny bit more. And I have honestly been sticking to the diet, so it's so nice to feel, you know, that's never no one's ever gonna be like, oh damn, my clothes fit bigger, like darn. And you guys have been so sweet on my Instagram and on my videos saying that like I look leaner and all of that. And so, you know, that's encouraging. You know, it depends on what you want to do or get out of Whole30, but all of that is encouraging, like saying I look good or all of that. That's part of why I did it. How to survive Whole30. So like I said, plan ahead, meal prep, just make sure, read every single label. However, just to be sure, I just shopped a lot of like just the perimeter of the grocery store, like nothing like inside. So I'm lucky. I know, you know, that's one thing going to Whole30. You are gonna wanna buy a lot of, mostly everything organic, which is something that is very, very pricey. So if you can't do it, you don't have to. It's just better if you do organic. So I shopped exclusively at Whole Foods and Earth Fare. I honestly haven't been back to Harris Teeter, which is like our main grocery store here in Charlotte, since I started doing Whole30, and I just have been shopping at these like, you know, nicer health food stores. So you spend a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, I think I probably spent more money during doing Whole30 than I ever have on groceries or anything. But again, you're not eating out as much. So I only ate out when there was a celebration, a birthday, or I was traveling. That was really the only time I ever ate out. When you're out at dinner, you know, it's hard to just get sparkling water. You can get unsweetened iced tea with lemon. That's really all you can have when you're out. Sometimes if I was going somewhere casual, I'll just bring like a La Croix with me, LaCroix water, a La Croix water, or if you really want to be fancy, you can bring yourself a kombucha along on dinners, which I never did, but I mean, if you want to, go for it. Another great store to shop at is Trader Joe's. I went there a ton, and again, I linked my haul down below. They have so many things. I will also link down a shopping list that I found on a blog online that everything is Whole30 approved, and so that saved me so much. Like, I got little olive snacks there. You can get RX bars there. You can get a lot of the different types of nuts that you can have. Avocado, guys, get yourself some avocado. It is so like necessary during Whole30. I love avocados. I'd probably have like one every 2 days, or maybe one a day occasionally. It's a really good healthy fat for you. Sweet potatoes at Trader Joe's sells them like already cooked, or if you go to like Whole Foods or Earth Fare, another store like that, they sell the spiralized sweet potatoes. You can get the baby potatoes, just roast everything in an approved oil. Again, no butter, anything like that. For coffee, learn to drink it black, it's fine. I have introduced like an approved almond milk back into my coffee, and I've been doing bulletproof coffee too. But just during Whole30, I would just say do black coffee, just to, if you can. Even when I go out to Starbucks or a different coffee shop, usually I want to say 99.9% of the time, even their almond milk and coconut milk, they are not Whole30 approved, or they always have like added sugar and bad chemicals in them. So just stay away from that. I would just say, if you're gonna go to Starbucks and get something with milk, bring your own milk, like bring a little Tupperware with milk or whatever, and then you can have it, obviously, or just drink it black. I drink iced Americanos. I find they have a really good flavor and it gives you a ton of energy. So just start maybe with like a really small one, have a small iced Americano first, work your way up to the venti, because the venti is pretty strong from Starbucks. But at home, I just made, you know, black espresso, and I made it work. I mean, it doesn't taste amazing, but it gets the job done. Be thankful you can have coffee on Whole30, because there's a lot of diets out there that take coffee out, and I'm not about to sign up for that. Befriend sparkling water, because that is going to get you through Whole30, and kombucha. I have a few kombuchas here just because I want to show you guys. This is the Gts Kombucha. It's my favorite brand. My favorite flavors are the gingerade, the lemonade, the gingerberry, and the guava. I don't have any of those right now. This is the tantric turmeric. I haven't tried this one yet, but I wanted to give it a try. I just wanted to show you guys this brand. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's pretty easy to find, like at most, like even like Publix or Kroger or any store like that. They'll sell a few, and you can get the gingerade ones at Costco in bulk, and they're so good. This is one that I really like. It's the Health Aid Kombucha. I think that's what it's just called, Health Aid. There's one that's Pink Lady Apple. There's this one. These are a little harder to find. I can only find these at Earth Fare, which is like more of like a smaller Whole Foods specialty store. So this is the Cayenne Cleanse. I haven't tried this one yet. I'll taste test it. It's really good and spicy. I could probably do a whole video on kombucha, but you guys should just do your research on why it's good for you. You know, it has so many added benefits for like gut health and for your digestive system. It has probiotics, antioxidants, it boosts your metabolism, it kind of satisfies your hunger. So there's so many amazing things about kombucha. I will never not live without kombucha. I love it so much, and I think that's also what's helped me have just like a really healthy digestive system. Sparkling water, just make sure that it doesn't have any sweetener in your sparkling water. So all of the La Croix waters are fine. I'll like insert a picture of that here in case you guys aren't familiar with them, but they have so many flavors. My favorites are like the grapefruit, or the lime, or there's some really good ones that are like mixed flavors. You can usually find those at like Target. I have one that's like cherry limeade, and they just taste really good and don't have any added sugars in it. Perrier has a few sparkling waters that are kind of similar to La Croix, and I have a watermelon one right now that I love. It's so good. So there's a lot of different sparkling waters out there that don't have added sugars. Just make sure, because there's a lot of waters, like the sparkling ice ones that claim that they're sparkling waters, but they're not. They have added like sweeteners, or you can't have any stevia or Truvia or anything on Whole30 either. So if you guys take that in your coffee, take that into consideration, because you can't have that. Thankfully, I've never put sugar in my coffee, so I was fine about that. For cooking and all of that, I just stuck to extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil. I did get some ghee and cook eggs in that sometimes, but I'm more of like an olive oil person. Just make sure it's organic and extra virgin. And then I also did, like I showed you, the coconut aminos. And then there's this brand of dressings and sauces called Tessemaes. They are all Whole30 approved. They're non-GMO, organic, dairy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free, and vegan. So all of these are really good. This is my favorite one, the lemon garlic dressing. So you can make salads with this. I made a bunch of salads with cucumbers, red onions, hearts of palm, mushrooms, broccoli, and then just kind of did it with the dressing, and it's so good. I added like some dry roasted, no salt added pistachios. Just, there's so many great recipes that you can do with the food that Whole30 allows you to do. So I just wanted to show you guys those two things, because the Tessemaes, I'm pretty sure you can get those online in case you can't find them in your grocery store, but they have dressings, they have marinades, they have barbecue sauce, ketchup, all of that. And one thing that you can have usually is mustard on Whole30. Just check the label, make sure it doesn't have sugar. I stuck to the Annie's organic Dijon mustard or horseradish mustard, and they got the job done. My extreme favorite dessert thing was strawberries with almond butter. Oh my God, so freaking good. Or just almond butter itself. You can get the little Justin almond butter packets at Target or at Whole Foods, or really anywhere they sell Justin's almond butter. Snack ideas, I did cucumbers with tahini a lot. You can have tahini. Trader Joe's tahini is approved, so you can have that. I did that, and you can have prosciutto, so just read the labels. But prosciutto, I've always been like, that's so fatty, I'm not gonna have that. But it's fine on Whole30, just in moderation, obviously. And then I did show you guys in my Trader Joe's haul the beet chips. Those are so good. It's just dehydrated beets, and they were like 140 calories for your entire for the entire bag. So I went through probably 15 bags of those during Whole30, or yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Those beet chips are so good, and I also took them on trips. And then you can get the plantain chips also from Trader Joe's. Those are Whole30 compliant. So again, reference that list that I will link down below in case you guys are interested in doing like a shopping Whole30 thing. Or if you just want to slowly start eating more paleo before you jump into Whole30, that's another thing that will help too, is kind of just starting out slow and then going into it. But that was my goal, and I was like, I'm just gonna do one day of Whole30 and see how it goes. And I loved it the first day, and I was like, okay, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I would say read up about it and get excited about it, and then do it, because it's something that you won't regret. Survived, and those are basically like the rules of Whole30. This video is gonna be like 1 million years long, but I'm sorry, I apologize in advance. I just wanna say like what I plan on doing after, and I plan on just sticking to a dairy-free, gluten-free, added sugar-free diet. Which I have, and I wanted to shout out a particular person on Instagram. A lot of people have been talking about her recently, but she's KGMTL. She's a like fitness and health person based in Montreal, and she's so inspiring, guys. Talks so much about living this healthy lifestyle, and I'm so glad I found her while I was doing Whole30, because it made me feel so good about what I was doing. She basically is gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free, all of that. So it's great. And she also like cheats occasionally, and she's like, it's okay. Like, you know, everyone is human. So I think that's what's really working for me. I never thought I would say I was dairy-free, because I love cheese. I don't have any cheese. I'm kind of scared to. I've had like little bites of things here and there. Like I had a bite of a pita chip yesterday, and I was fine. I survived. I dipped it in tzatziki sauce, which is dairy. It's not cheese, but it's dairy. I used to buy cheese every time I went to the grocery store, and that in of itself is I think an accomplishment. Have breakfast, you know, really nourish your body and eat and don't starve yourself. That's something huge about doing Whole30. It's not about starving yourself or like limiting what you can eat. Just fill yourself up, have protein, have seafood, have yummy veggies. I loved making like stir fries, and I love making like, I showed this in a few of my vlogs, like sweet potato, egg, avocado bowls. So good. So yeah, so that's what I plan on doing, guys. And I appreciate any advice or encouragement or anything like that. I'm on a weight loss journey, so I do want to lose a few more pounds. I don't want to like tell you guys the number or anything like that because I don't want to be like pressured, or I don't know. Weight is so weird, and it's such a controversial topic that I feel like I just want to say that I do want to lose more weight, and that Whole30 was a great way to just like push myself into that lifestyle. And it's a lifestyle that I've been really enjoying and have seen results and have felt really good. And I think that's one thing about Whole30. If you will learn anything, is that you will feel so good. Like just inside, you feel like your mind is clear, like you just have so much energy. I've never had the energy ever in my life of being on Whole30. What weighs you down? And it's the grains, and it's the dairy, and it's the refined sugar. So yeah, unfortunately, that's just how it is. But I think we all deserve like days where we can eat whatever we want. I haven't really had a day like that yet, but I'm sure I will allow myself one kind of soon. I have my birthday coming up, and I know I'm definitely going to be cheating. Probably going to be having lots of champagne and my favorite Sauvignon Blanc wine, and probably food, like not Whole30 approved food. But yeah, so it's a process, and it's something that I really want to continue with. I also have been worried about, you know, moving to Spain and maintaining a healthy lifestyle over there, because the lifestyle over there is so different from my lifestyle here in the United States. If you guys don't know, I am moving to Spain at the end of the year to do my MBA over there in Madrid. And I think I'll like be able to keep up a healthy lifestyle because you like walk everywhere. But I know like food is amazing over there, and so is alcohol, wine. So I just want to be able to be really healthy by the time I get there, so that I'm not tempted to like go crazy. I don't want to go over there and gain weight. I don't want to go over there and become an unhealthier person. I want to continue my healthy lifestyle and enjoy myself, obviously, but have a balance. And I think that's the most important thing of all, is just learning the balance. And it can't be fun, great food and wine and everything every day. It has to be, you know, more healthy lifestyle than not. So that's my spiel, guys. I really can't tell you guys how much it meant to me. Like during all of Whole30, I would get the sweetest messages via Instagram or Twitter or you know, YouTube comments or whatever it might be. It means so much to me, and that's why I said a few people have messaged me saying that they're doing it, and I was like, literally message me. I'm not like a big YouTuber. I'm not like a blogger. I'm a real person. So if you guys want to talk to me, message me. Like, I'm more than happy to talk to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know any questions that you guys might have, comments, feedback, anything like that. If you've done Whole30, if you're thinking about doing Whole30, if you hated Whole30, if you think what I'm doing is completely wrong, whatever. I know there's a lot of vegans out there, and you know, do you though? Like, honestly, I'm not here to push this lifestyle on you, so I don't appreciate when people try to push another lifestyle on me. So, you know, if veganism has worked for you, I'm so happy for you. That's not really something I want to do, so I'm really happy and I feel great doing a paleo lifestyle. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna have more of my kombucha and be a hippie, have an apple cider vinegar shot, and continue living this lifestyle that I feel so great on. So hope y'all have a great day. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you guys later. Bye.